Hello, welcome back to Tommy's Top Picks. We're back with some more Uprising Spoilers. I'm Tommy, joined by John.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. We have 2 more days of Uprising Spoilers to talk about.
Oh yeah, I am so hyped. This has been a great set of reveals.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, me too.
I'm very excited for Limited. I
Oh
don't
yeah,
know what CC quite holds yet. I'm excited about it, but I can't put my finger on it. But with Limited, I'm sold.
yeah. I have a sense of how CC will play out. I'm a little scared. I'm a little excited. I
It's
think
gonna
the
go
entire
wide.
thing it gets turned on its head, which is great. I love that. But then I think Limited's just, I mean, it's where it's at for me in a lot of ways. So I'm
Oh,
excited.
for sure. Cool. So let's jump right in. We have Uvia, as I'm saying it. At the start of your turn, when Uvia enters the arena, transform up to one Ash you control into an Aether Ashwing. So you get this plus another one, and it's a 1/6.
Yeah,
And at the start of
and
every turn.
yeah, the mechanics based on our current understanding is that this will happen as a result, because if you look at the other side, it is a you're going to pitch for it, right?
Yeah.
I
How
believe
much
it's
does
the
this one cost?
I can look it up real quick. Uvia, yeah, it costs one.
One.
And so, oh no, it pitches for one. It costs two, but you're
Okay.
playing a red liner deck, so you're going to pitch two.
Right.
And because the hero ability will go off at the same time, you're going to create two Ash.
Right.
So
That's true.
it's kind of interesting how this works. It kind of might self-perpetuate, or at least help for the next round of dragons. This whole dragon thing is insane. You're going to be sequencing dragon after dragon after dragon based on what we're seeing so far.
Sideboarding different dragons for different matchups.
Oh my god, it's so much fun. It's so much fun.
Wild.
I'm excited. I thought we were going to have 3 dragons.
There's a lot of dragons.
Yeah, there's a lot of dragons. I did not expect this at all. I am super hyped for how cool this is. It's great. Anyways, sorry, moving on.
Go. So
6 health. That's great.
Yeah.
Attacks for 1. Not great.
Yeah, and it heals back up at the end of the turn. So.
But it transforms 1 Ash every turn. So you don't attack with it, hang back with it.
Right.
Only if the opponent is coming in to swing for 6.
Yeah.
Are they getting rid of
Or they're out of blocks.
So those extra Ash you just created, they're automatically going to be Ash Wings.
Right.
It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
So next up, we got, these are in no random order. I threw them into OBS and they decided to be in the order that they're in. These are all the ones we haven't talked about in no particular order. The next one is Liquify. Costs 1, pitches for 1. It's red. Rupture. So if Liquify is played at chain link 4 or higher, target attack action card gains when this hits a hero. Put a -1 counter on an equipment they control. If it has 0 defense, destroy it. That seems good.
Goodbye, Tunic.
Yeah.
1 shot, Tunic's gone.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And it's not the only one. Several that are just 0 defense but have powers. Goodbye.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Goodbye, footsteps. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Just think about pretty much any specialty gear. They pretty much all have 0 or 1.
I mean, this is a
goodbye,
finisher.
Wizard boots.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Goodbye, like everything that you hold till the end, like gone. Like this kills it. It's something. It's
a card. Yeah.
Equipment has become part of the game now in a different way, which I'm
absolutely
super excited about. That's it's gonna be wild. Anyways.
Now, I mean, it is Rupture, so you do need to get to chain link 4
I mean,
or
you
higher.
gotta get there, right?
But this is this is like the final punch. You're not doing damage, but you're potentially doing something much more valuable.
Yeah. In this case, you're removing key gear that's gonna help them in late game.
Right.
So if you can pull your combo early, which I feel like the Ninja can, I think Dramai can too. Maybe not super early, maybe mid game for her, but they both have this ability to go wide pretty quick.
Right.
And you hit this and you knock those boots out, you knock that key piece of equipment, the mask, whatever, right?
Right.
You're disrupting entire strategies,
Oh, absolutely.
So that's going to be wild. Gonna be wild.
Next up, we got Lava Vein Loyalty. So we got our 0 cost attack here. If you control 2 or more Draconic chain links, Lava Vein Loyalty has go again. So it's swinging for 3, blocks for 3.
Cost 0.
Cost 0. Yeah. So if it's If this is the second attack you do, it has go again.
It's a great second attacker, which we find to be super common so far. Don't want to spoil what we're about to reveal, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff that starts at Chainlink 2.
Right.
I have yet to see something that's great at Chainlink 1. Like literally nothing that we've seen so far is like Chainlink 1.
Right. So what's the ideal start?
Yeah, what's your starter? Yeah, I don't know what it is. But
Kodachi?
Theoretically, yeah. I guess you could Kodachi.
But I guess it has to be Draconic Chainlinks. So no.
Oh yeah, that won't count. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. There is another card that's basically the same thing, but it costs 1 and hits for 4. Same thing. Everything else is the same.
Yeah.
Note, both of these are common, so this will be in yellow and blue as well.
Okay.
So it's interesting.
Cool. Next up, we got is Clyoria. And whenever Clyoria hits a hero, gain control of an item they control. If you don't gain control of an item this way, draw a card. 2 health, 4 attack. How much does this one cost?
That one costs 1.
1. That's not bad.
For 3. No, it's cheap.
Yeah. That's a lot of draw. That could be a lot of draw.
It hits for 4 for 1, right? But it only has 2 health, so you can smack it out very easily.
Right. That's a target.
I'm kind of like, I don't know.
If you don't respect that, if you don't respect it though, those draws, I feel like you have to respect it.
But anyone can kill this.
Right.
Literally any hit will destroy this thing.
Right, but that's damage not going towards you.
That's true. That's true. It does serve as a you better deal with it or
exactly.
It's like a deal with it or
deal with it now.
Shield or
or I gain the longer you don't.
Or you get card draw. Yeah, that's fair.
So you can gain tempo by taking the decision out of your opponent's next turn with at least one of their attacks.
It's really annoying too because it's a break point, so you have to block with 2 to prevent that draw.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's it has something. I don't know.
Absolutely.
When I first saw this, I'm like, that's anti-dash.
Anything any card that says draw a card in this.
No, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
You look at
really And it does definitely. This is your sideboard for dash.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and take away all of your items.
But it's only 1 pistol away.
Oh, that's true.
It's just a pistol shot for dash.
Yeah, but you can attack with it the second you bring it out.
True. Yeah. So you get 1 for sure.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, so you get 1 attack with it, guaranteed.
So you can take out their, whatever key item.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not 100% on this one. We'll see. See how it plays out. It's still not bad.
No.
1 for 4.
Yeah. Next we got Invoke. I'm gonna slaughter this.
I have no idea, man.
Vincerakai.
I don't know.
Pitch for it costs 3. Pitches for 1. Transform an ash into him, and blocks for 3. Swings for 6. Has 1 health, but whenever it hits a hero, it deals 3 arcane damage.
So that's
a bomb. Yeah, that's a glass cannon.
It's a bomb, except it's expensive.
It is very expensive
in a red line deck,
and very delicate. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's gone. It's gone. You're not seeing that a second turn. No one's gonna let that live.
But for 1 turn, that's coming in for 6, and if it hits 9.
Yeah, it's a no joke. I'm just saying it's expensive and it's gone the next turn.
Right.
So I don't know how that one plays out ultimately. But we'll see. Maybe
I don't know. All the dragons really excite me.
Well, if you think about it, though, okay, you have 3 of these in your deck. You can do that, right?
Yeah.
You need to have just 1, right? So you have 3 of them. So that's 3 potential, 9 threats.
Yeah.
That's game over in a lot of cases, right? If you're doing that much damage with just 3 cards.
Right. That are potentially persistent again if they're not dealt with.
Yeah, no, that's the thing with all the damn dragons.
Yeah.
Right? So you do your regular cost to damage ratio, and then you look at it and you're like, oh, but multiple turns.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like, but is the value there? It is if there's 2 turns, I think, with most of these dragons, the value is 100% there.
This is nutty.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know. And then you have the ninja that can just like kill all of them in like one turn.
Right. Yeah. There's going to be some Benji things.
Yeah, it's wild.
Invoke Tumulti? Mm-hmm. Legendary invocation to transform a chosen ash you possess and go again. Shoot, I didn't grab the other side of this.
I actually couldn't. I have the text, so I can give you that.
Okay.
Whenever this guy attacks a hero, reveal the top 2 cards of your deck. If one or more red cards are revealed this way, put -1 defense counters on equipment they control. There's another word in there, but I can't tell what it is.
Cool.
Then if it has 0 defense counter on it, destroy it.
Right.
Is a 5 attack and 5 health. So it swings for 5, and it's a whenever it attacks, which is key.
Right. It's not on hit. It's just when it attacks. Yep.
So you pull 2 cards if either of them are red. So this one actually works well with a mixed deck instead of a straight red deck, right? If either of those are red, then you put a -1 on, or -1 defense on any equipment, and if it's down to 0, it's melted.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So goodbye tunic, goodbye boots, goodbye mask. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. Yeah, mask.
And this one does it easier. It's on swing.
Right.
You don't have to hit. You don't have to deal with anything else. It just has to actually. You just have to swing it.
Yeah.
It's a little pricey though. If I can.
I think it's 3.
Is that 3? It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
I don't even have it recorded because I couldn't tell from the images we got.
No, it's definitely 3.
It's a 3. Still a little pricey, but if you're playing a mixed color, if you're playing like yellow-red, or maybe even a blue-red, a 50-50 is pretty good with this card.
Energy potion coming back.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I don't think it ever left. Honestly, it was in the meta last.
Was it ever an illusionist though?
Not that I'm aware of. No, I don't think so. Yeah, it would be new to illusionist.
Could be cool.
Mm-hmm. Look at that foiling.
I know.
I'm so excited for the freaking collector cards. I'm in such trouble.
Yeah, me too. Invoke Thamai. Speaking of dragons, we got a bunch of dragons. We got to because they're all named Invoke, and so I have most of them here.
Oh, is that the order there?
Yeah, except now I'm realizing that I have some I have one side.
Yes. Yeah, it's fine. I have all of them.
So this is the one. Okay, so this one costs 2, blocks for 3, and this is the one that doesn't allow you to play cards on your opponent's turn. Like your opponent can't play cards on your turn.
Yeah, it attacks for 3 and it has 4 health, so it should be a little sticky.
Mm-hmm.
Opponents can't play cards or activate abilities during your turn. So this is the anti-Kano dragon.
Right.
This is the no wizards. I am watching over my man, my hero, my whatever, right?
Yeah. You must play on your turn.
No wizard. You play on your turn. This is proper and true, as that dragon looks so freaking regal.
Yeah. It's like it almost forces wizards to play fair. Which, good luck, wizards. Playing fair. Right? I don't know. I really like this. I think it's cool.
I do like it.
I really love the idea of just like, oh, I'm going against Kano. I'll sideboard in these dragons. Although, so you only have so much room to sideboard. So
it's true. It's true.
Got to know your meta.
Pick your favorite dragons,
Next up, we got Invoke Necria.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever it deals or is dealt damage, put a -1 health counter on her and create an ash token. And she has 7 health.
Yeah, so you get 7 ash tokens, assuming it doesn't get murdered, right?
Mm.
7 ash tokens from it, 7 turn play, which is a lot, obviously.
But I mean, even when it's dealt damage.
Yeah, it costs 3 to get out.
That's expensive.
So it's a little bit rough to get out, yeah.
That's a lot of ash, though.
And it swings for 4, so it's kind of worth swinging, right?
Right.
But yeah, it's. I have a feeling people will knock this out fairly quickly if they see that they're up against a dragon deck that needs all the ash, right?
Right.
You don't include this unless you're playing hard dragon.
Oh, well, sure.
Because you already create enough ash with just your generic play.
Right.
That's my guess.
Cool. Next, we got Invoke Dominia. Whenever it attacks, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a red card, look at their hand and banish a card from it. Gross. Attacks for 4, has 4 health.
Yep, it's a good one. We talked about this before, actually.
Did we?
Okay. Yeah, that was the last one we talked about. That was the end. It popped in. Yep. It popped in as we were doing the video.
That's true.
Yeah.
Asvolia? Asvolai?
Asvolai.
Asvolai. Whenever Asvolai attacks, you may have him deal 1 arcane damage to up to any 2 targets.
Yeah, that's an anti-dragon.
Yeah. 2 attack, 3 health.
Ash wings.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. So you attack the hero, and then you deal 1 arcane to 2 ash wings.
Yep.
So this is for the mirror.
Yeah, basically.
This is really easy to just... Okay. Inflame. Whenever you attack with Inflame, if you've played another red card this turn, you may return a Phoenix Flame from your graveyard to your hand. Go again. Swings for 1. Yeah, so this isn't our first swing either, because you want it to trigger. Cost 0, though. And we have some pumps, so this could be a good just 0, get another Draconic chain. And
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Like, even if it doesn't trigger, it still helps propel you to that second spot.
And it's a built-in attack with Go Again. Remember how much we talked about attacks with Go Again?
Right.
How powerful they can
and
be?
Then how, yeah.
Like,
and we'll
this is a great starter even if you don't get the bonus.
Right.
Like, we were talking, like, what's a good starter? This is a fine starter.
Yeah.
A free 1 Draconic.
Yeah.
That's fine. That gets you to number 2, which now you're pumping power.
Worst case scenario, they block it. What? So you get a card out of their hand, or they use a piece of equipment, or just take 1.
Yep. All good. All good things with that. That's a good starter. Yep, I like
it. Heat Wave. So we get our first, not our first, but another piece of equipment. Instant, destroy Heat Wave. Phoenix Flames you control gains +1 until end of turn. It's a ninja equipment for the arms.
Quell is very awkward with this one, right?
Right. Unless a wizard's not playing on your turn. Is playing on your turn.
That's the one time it's like a wizard's playing on your turn, so now you add the +1. I was a little curious about this. So this is where it's a little odd. And this is one of those, like, judges weigh in. Let us know in the comments. If you quell this, whether it's a wizard or whatever, right? Then you destroy it. Well, the quell's irrelevant. Right. You destroy a Heat Wave, Phoenix Flames you control gain +1. If you do this at the end of a 5-swing chain, where you have 3 Phoenix Flames in there, right? Do you retroactively add 3 damage?
I don't think so.
Yeah, this is where the word control gets a little weird, because there's another card that's something about when you control this, and it essentially...
Because then you'd have to go back and figure out on hit triggers.
I'm with you. Well, no, because it's Phoenix Flame, which doesn't have on it.
Oh.
So it's explicit what it's adding it to, but it's very awkward if that's true. But there was something else that was talking about controls, and it felt like, based on my reading, and I could be wrong, this is why I need a judge to help us, it felt like that had to be something on the chain. Otherwise, you just wouldn't have a chance to interact with it. It's not controls. Like, because if it's in the graveyard, you don't control it, right?
Right.
If it's in your hand, you don't control it. If it's in your deck, you don't control it.
Right.
So it's only on chain that you control something, right?
Yeah.
So does it have to be Heat Wave is used like it's in part of the link itself, right? So you use it at the end of the link, so it's talking about that link only?
I mean, it could be like a attack reaction for...
I mean, it is instant, yeah, so it can play at that time frame. I don't know.
Yeah. Let us know.
And I'm sure there'll be a ruling in the new rule updates.
Sure.
Yeah.
Next up, we got Flame Call Awakening. Swings for 3, blocks for 2, costs 1, is a red line. When you attack with Flame Call Awakening, if you've played another red card this turn, you may search your deck for a Phoenix Flame, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. So here's your tutor.
Yes, very good tutor. And it's go again on an attack once again, which we've talked about before. Super powerful. By the way, this entire set is a power up. I don't know if anyone's paying attention to like the math of the cards, but everything has gone higher with this set, which is awesome in my opinion.
So a little power creep.
Oh yeah, but it's not like crazy out of control because there's downsides to everything, but it's just like, or like requirements for everything.
Right.
It's just like
the possibility with synergy is increased.
It's so good. It's so good. It means you're gonna build like really strong combo-y stuff, which is fun in my mind.
Oh, I love them. Yeah.
Something to look at here. This is a common. Yet, this is where it's interesting. Draconic action commons do not have red, yellow, blue. This is the first time in any set in the entire game where you have commons that are not on a cycle.
That's interesting.
I'm assuming it's because it's draconic.
Right.
Draconic's only fucking red. It's only red. We're all fire here.
Yeah. I mean,
right?
Yeah,
and
sure.
There's a bunch of them. Like I'm looking at my database, and we get into the commons, and it's 1, 2, 3. They're all different things. Every single one of the commons are different names.
Right.
So pretty cool. There are yellows and blues in this set. They're just
not draconic. Yeah. Interesting. That's wild.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, we got Flameborn Retribution. Cost 1 is another red because it's draconic. When you defend with Flameborn Retribution, if you've been dealt damage this turn, you may return a Phoenix Flame from your graveyard to your hand. Go again. Swings for 3.
Another good one.
Mm-hmm.
Bringing that Phoenix around.
But I mean, you have to take damage on your turn for this to get the thing, though.
Well, do you think you're not going to take damage in a deck that's all gas, no breaks?
But it's this turn. Oh, when you defend. That's okay. No, I missed that part. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Or any of the... you might be right. Maybe... Yeah, no. When you defend. Yeah.
So it's either...
it's
a...
2 to defend. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So it is your blocker, but you're still going to get hit because it's a 2 defense, and then you get a Phoenix out of it. Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Basically, you trade a little bit of health for...
Which you're going to get hit anyway, so...
Right, because you're blocking for
Interesting. 2. Yeah. Except against the ninja who swings for 1.
I think that's a neat way to design cards, is giving people a reason to block with them that isn't a defense reaction.
So I don't want to jump topics because we'll have another conversation about this, but Classic Battles has several of those.
Oh, really? I guess I haven't played it enough.
Yeah. There's a couple of cards in there that are explicitly like, this is better if you defend with it, but you can also swing with it if you need to.
Interesting.
So you end up finding yourself like, well, I think I'll just use this for my defense because I know I'm going to get hit. It's just a way. Yeah, it's kind of cool. And this cool. Reminds me of that.
Yeah, we are definitely going to be doing a video talking about Classic Battles.
Yeah, I've spent some time with it. I love it.
I've played 2 games. But it was fun.
I played for like 8 hours. It was awesome.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear what you think. Next, we got Fae. So we got the ninja now. Rising Rebellion. You may start the game with a Phoenix Flame in your graveyard. Does that count as in your deck? As part of your deck? Is that 81?
Yeah, this is up for discussion.
Is that 41 in Blitz?
Because this is the thing. Phoenix Flame is a token.
Right.
And it explicitly says on Phoenix Flame, a player may add up to 3 Phoenix Flame to their deck in an Uprising limited format, but it doesn't say anything about a constructed format.
Right.
So in a constructed format, is he the only one that has Phoenix Flame accessible? Because he has a rule that says they can add it to his graveyard at the beginning, right?
Right.
But as far as we've seen so far, there's no rule about adding Phoenix Flame to your deck except for his 1 in the graveyard. So I don't know. I'm assuming this is clarification we'll get in the rules. I'm hoping they say any deck can include some number of them, but it's very odd that it explicitly says in a limited format you can have 3.
Yeah.
Whereas it says
which makes me feel like it could be more.
It's what, like, I don't look it. There's no, and it's a token, right?
Right.
So you don't add those to your deck typically.
Right.
by the rules about tokens. So how do you get them otherwise?
But don't weapons count as part of your 80? And those are tokens. And your hero.
They do, but they don't get added to your deck. Like, so do
auras,
right?
Okay, I see what you mean.
Like, Spectral Shield is a token, too, and they don't get added to your deck.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, so...
But they don't count as part of the 80.
Exactly, that's my point. We don't know.
Okay.
Because tokens are treated in different ways depending on what they are, and da-da-da-da. Like, there's no real solid answer here. Until we get the rules, we're not going to know.
Right.
Or if there's another card that explicitly says... player with this card in their deck gets 5 tokens, or 5 Phoenix Flames, like something like that. Okay, then it explains it. But otherwise, we don't know.
Well, he has a once per turn instant that costs 3, which seems expensive. But return a Phoenix Flame from your graveyard to your hand. This ability costs 1 less for each Draconic Chainlink you control. So, we're going for Rupture, we're going for 4. So this is just going to be free most turns that you can pull that off. So just each turn, get 1 back, which that's a chain link in itself.
Yes, it is. It's a freebie.
John, I can't make up my mind. I want to play both of these heroes so badly.
Why don't you do both?
I'm going to.
Yeah, that's my point. Like, everyone's like, I have to pick one. I'm like,
no. I'm playing both.
All of them. I'm going to play all of them in Limited, and then I'm going to play all of them in Constructed, and then I'm going to play the things that mess with them the most.
And then I'm going to play him again.
I am so ready.
This is I'm in. So
Blitz can CC. It's gonna
be just tell me when to go play Flesh and Blood and I'll play.
This is a wild card.
Yeah, so I really like this card. So it's a 0. It swings for 1, blocks for 2. When double strikes Chainlink resolves, banish it. You may play it this combat chain. If you do, it loses this ability.
So you get to use it twice.
Yeah.
In a chain. But only in a chain. But it costs nothing. So why would you never not do that?
Right.
Every time you're swinging with this twice. It's a wild card.
It seems good.
Super good.
It's like a unconditional Kodachi 1/1.
Yeah. Okay, so here you go. This is your starter.
And even though this doesn't contribute towards the... No, because this doesn't continue.
No, it's
not Draconic.
Oh,
but it could get you closer to that 3rd chain link in a row hitting for Mask of Momentum.
It's true.
To get you another card, to get you those more Draconic chain links.
This is wild.
There's going to be like a ridiculously high number of chain links.
I'm like, what's the world record for the widest?
I want to know. Yeah.
I know, right? It's going to be like 14 or 15 with this set.
Like, there has to be like a statistically, if you drew the cards perfectly, how far can it? Can you play every card in your deck? Is it possible?
I hope not, but it's going to be serious, whatever it is.
Which would be wild. Okay. Crown of Providence is our first legendary.
I'm totally into this. I can't wait to get gold foil. I love this.
Absolutely. When you defend with Crown of Providence, you may put a card from your hand or arsenal on the bottom of your deck. If you do draw a card, it has Blade Break, so you're using this once to block for 2. It on face value doesn't look very impressive, but it is a generic. So any hero can play this helm, which is huge.
This is a given for any aggro.
Yeah. So instead of like the default Skullcap, Arcanite Skullcap, instead of just defaulting to that for most decks that don't have a strong headpiece, if you're an aggressive deck, you're taking this. Because you can activate it to block whenever you want, to then save a card in your hand instead of blocking to stop a potential on-hit trigger.
You'll still take like a ping, but it's tiny versus,
And then you get to shuffle a card or swap a card for a better turn.
Sucks. Yeah. I think Kanos are going to use this. I think even Icelander, who's
Briar.
not super aggressive, is going to use it. Briar's a given.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the Rune Blades are just like, duh.
Yeah, I'm swapping out. I'm swapping out
just
Skullcap for this.
Way.
Absolutely.
Yeah, unless there'll be certain sideboard situations where you bring the, like Bravo, you kind of want the Skullcap over this, I think. No? Maybe not. Maybe not.
Starvo?
Wrong, but
or Bravo?
No, Bravo. Like anything swinging heavy on you, You kind of want that 2 and that 1 versus just a 1/2 that you switch.
I don't know.
Card.
I think.
Think about how consistent you are with a chain or a briar. You don't need to swap cards that often.
So we still need to talk more about my ProQuest experience.
Oh, no. Maybe we do need to swap cards more often.
Yeah, so, we haven't had a conversation yet. Yeah, so long story short, sometimes there's a turn that it feels real bad when you're playing Channel Mount Heroic Briar and your hand is 3 Channel Mount Heroics and a Ravenous Rabble.
Sorry.
It feels real bad when you're playing against a Viserai player and you're keeping up without a channel, without playing a channel at all. You're keeping up. But now it's getting like towards endgame and you still haven't seen a channel. And then you draw all 3.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
And not even an earth card to pitch one of them out and have it for the follow-up turn.
No, yeah, that's real bad.
So I just used them to block and live. And it was oof.
That is very sad.
Yeah. And if I had won that game, I probably would have been
better. This would be a good headpiece in that situation.
Absolutely. And if I had won that, I probably would have been top 8.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
What a sad deck scenario.
I was so, and that was after losing to 2 chains, which is my worst matchup.
Yeah.
And I was just like, all right, I got this. I can do this one, and then maybe we'll get top 8. Maybe we'll squeak in. No.
So I haven't played a ton of Runeblade, but when I played Broken early Briar,
yeah,
I didn't find that it had too many bad hands. That said,
well, I'm not playing that kind of Briar. My Briar is you're looking for specific cards.
Oh no, I know your Briar is totally different.
Yeah.
And then the chain I played, I'm just thinking through Runeblade with this headpiece.
This would be good with chain.
The chain I played was pretty good, but occasionally got screwed. But you could kind of just set yourself up for the next turn. You didn't have to worry about it too much. So you don't need something like this. But it might be good. Like it might be good to keep the pressure on.
Yeah, so like you don't necessarily use this.
This has lots of uses.
Absolutely. Like you don't use this on a turn that is going to kill you. Like you're going to die. It's not like a last resort block. It's I have a bad hand and I can block. Yeah,
exactly. You think this is good really on a ranger? No arrow hand?
But New Horizon.
Do they all use New Horizon? I feel like they don't.
No, but I mean, hold on.
Yeah, I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm just thinking like no arrow hands is definitely something I hear.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Rangers very concerned about.
Yeah, I mean New Horizon's just Ranger generic, so Azalea can use it.
Oh yeah, no, I knew that. I'm just saying I don't think she does in every build.
I mean, I could see this for some Rangers.
I just don't know what Visitronic is that better? That's her eyepiece or whatever. Or no, it's cross wraps. It's cross wraps that people like.
Oh yeah, I just ordered one of those. It was like $30.
Yeah, I honestly don't know. Interesting. Let us know in the comments if you're a Ranger player if you think this would be good for you.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on.
We got Uprising, which costs 0. Your next Draconic 4 attacks this turn gain +1. Go again.
Can I just say, one of the reasons I think this is such a powerhouse of a set and totally excites me. So many 0-cost cards.
And we were
How many times have I talked about that?
Yeah, and we were talking about starters. Here you go.
Yeah.
And we were talking about pumping cards.
Does that count as a separate link? I don't think it does because it's not attack.
No, but it's still setting you up.
It sets you up, but it's not.
It's not your.
Right. Yeah. Gotcha. Although what it does is it makes your 0 chain link 1 Phoenix a 1, so it's actually swinging.
Right.
Which is nice. So
and it's a Draconic action, so this is not a ninja card. This can go in both.
They broke 2 major design rules that were inherent in the game before this set.
What are those?
And I love it. I love that they broke them. 1, 0 cost is everywhere, which is one of those things where it's a powerhouse. 0 is by default powerful.
Right.
And then 2, you just are swinging like a maniac all over the place. You don't want so many go-agains on attacks, typically. Everything has go again.
Yeah.
So, well, I don't know. Did we cover the
I think it's
illusionist
more
weapon
like
last time?
No, we didn't get there yet.
Oh, okay, so it's on this one.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll talk about it then. We'll talk about it when we get there.
Okay.
Good God, it's gonna be amazing. Can't wait.
Next up, we got Lava Burst. 0 Rupture. If Lava Burst is played as a chain link 4 or higher, it has +3. So here's just kind of like a common finisher. So like you get up to 4. It doesn't have any crazy effect, but you're swinging in for 5, and you can do it without any resources. So it's 5 for 0. And if it's pumped by our Uprising, it could be a 6.
Yep.
Because it's chain link 4 if you do it on 4.
Gross.
Yeah. Solid card. Common.
Yeah. Not bad as a starter if you have to.
One of my favorites, and where I was just like, oh, yeah, this is different. Tome of Firebrand. Costs 1. Play Tome of Firebrand only if you control 4 or more Draconic chain links. Draw 2 cards. This is an instant.
Yep. So just draw 2 cards. Screw you. My chain link.
Pitch 1, draw 2 cards.
Screw you. I'm gonna do some more things.
Yeah.
You got nothing to do about it.
Yeah.
And best, it's Draconic.
Yeah. So both.
Not Ninja.
Again. Yeah.
It's both. Yeah.
A lot. There's
Screw
a lot.
You,
yeah.
I'm going again.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no.
What?
No, go again.
It's instant.
Oh right, it's instant. Jeez. I'm like looking for the one card that doesn't have go again, and
it doesn't.
Just
but
don't exist in this set.
The Mai. Okay, this is the one we talked about.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Take the Tempo. This is another. So this is a ninja action, not Draconic, but ninja. Costs 1. When Take the Tempo hits, if you've hit 3 or more times this combat chain, banish the top card of your deck. If it's an attack action card, you may play it until the end of your next turn. So, this is a good finisher again, because it doesn't have go again. But it sets you up with an additional card for your next turn.
Yeah, that's a setup card.
Which is essentially draw.
Go again. Yeah. End of chain, 5 swinger, probably gonna hit because it's end of chain. They probably blocked at least once along the way.
Or you go super aggro and you run Snapdragon Scalers, and this is your Snapdragon Scalers target.
Oh no. That's so mean. So mean.
Like you take Snapdragon Scalers for Take the Tempo. So you take the Tempo, you scales, and then you take that card, and then you throw it down.
You tome it off the top with 2 more cards.
Yep.
You just
Yep.
Or tome from Arsenal.
No, you can't. You can't use tome that way.
Why?
Because if it's an attack action card, you may play it until the next turn.
Oh, right.
It has to be an attack. Tome's not. Tome's an instant.
Well, but tome from Arsenal would be perfect after
sure.
Scalar on this.
Yeah.
Because then you're getting 2 more cards you can play.
Right.
So now you have 3 cards after you just played 4.
Yeah. 7-card hand.
Chain Link 7. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well,
and we were talking.
And that's not including the Phoenixes.
Yeah, there's one card that assumes.
Yeah.
You get to like Chain Link 7 or 8. Oh,
yeah.
God, so gross. So gross. Yeah, not including the Phoenixes.
So here's the weapon. Storm of Sandikai.
Sandikai.
Sand. Huh.
That sounds better. I don't know if it could be any other way.
Well, sand makes sense.
Sandikai.
Dragon allies you control once per turn. Action 0 attack.
And this is a freaking token.
Yep.
All right, guys. How upset are you that this is Luminaris and it's a token? Because I'm a little upset. It's so good. Oh, wait. No, it's better than Luminaris. It's a 0 attack, and the go again is a given.
Yep.
Because you're gonna pitch.
Yep.
Broken. It's so good.
This is wild.
Yeah,
it's really good.
The entire game is just go again forever.
Mm-hmm.
That's Ninja, Illusionist. We don't know. The only thing that doesn't go again forever is Icelander so far.
But she goes whenever she wants.
Well, she goes on your turn.
Yeah. But she could go whenever she wants.
It's true. True. I can't wait to see the new ice cards.
Yeah.
There's so many they haven't.
They showed the
now we've
first
seen
ones,
so
and
much.
yeah.
Yeah, I know, but like that was a great little teaser, but it was just a taste.
Yeah. So next up, we got Stoked the Flames. Costs 1, swings for 4, blocks for 3. When Stoked the Flames hits, you may return a Phoenix Flame from your graveyard to your hand. If you do, it gains Go Again.
So this is an interesting conditional Go Again. We've talked about
but
how
it's
everything
conditioning
Go Again.
Doing something you want to do.
Of course, but the point is, like, say you get this early. Sucks. Yeah. You don't have one of those things in your graveyard, you kind of screwed yourself.
Turn 1, you put one in your graveyard. You start with one in your graveyard.
Only the ninja does.
Right.
And theoretically...
right. This is a draconic action. Yeah.
Yeah. So theoretically, Dromai could use this. I'm not sure that's good, but
I don't think she would.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
My understanding is there's some Dromai Phoenix action.
Ew, gross.
Yeah.
Gross.
But that aside, it's still one of those things. Say you have it in turn 1, right? But you want to use it to get some other combo going, to get your chain in the early stages, and you get this on turn 3. But you don't have them. Well, I guess you would have one because you just used it. Shit. Yeah, you always have one in your graveyard, don't you? As a ninja. Shit.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
So much Go Again.
Yeah. It really is.
Uprising, the Go Again.
Uprising, Go Again. Spreading Flames is next. Costs 1. Draconic attacks you control have +1 while their base is less than the number of draconic chain links you control. Go Again. Swings for 3. Okay. Is this a starter? Is this your starter?
Attacks you control. Is this for the rest of the chain?
Attacks you control have +1 while their base attack is less than the number of chain links.
This is your starter. This is a solid starter because it sets up a +1 for everything that has lower damage than the chain link.
Yep.
So if you run 1s after this, every single thing has +1. If you run 2, 3, 4 after this, all of those have +1.
Right.
That's good. That's real solid. Spreading Flames.
Yep. That's your number. Yeah.
That's a power card.
Yeah. That's your number. That's your ideal starter.
Yeah, it is.
Skittering Sands. Transform target ash you control into an Aether Ashwing. It gains +3 until end of turn. Go Again.
I feel like we went over this, but maybe not. Pretty good. Instant attacking with your Aether Ashwing. Something we have talked about in the Discord, by the way. If you're still with us, join the Patreon, join the Discord, hear about all of our theory crafting as we see releases. But one of the downsides to Aether Ashwing, although this one gives you a +3 to your first attack right there, they can be targeted by on-hit effects, such as Crush, such as any of them. Viscerize Rune Chant Creation.
Mm-hmm.
All of those things, you can hit this little one pinger thing, kill it, and the on-hit effects. Now, granted, there are some where it's on when you hit a hero, right? So those ones are excluded, but there's many things that are like on-hit, essentially. Doesn't say anything about a hero. You get the bonuses from it. Lexi stuff.
Yep.
It's all over the place. So
Endless Arrow.
Yeah, majority of heroes will want to shoot your little Aether Ashwing or hit it.
Yep.
And get those bonus hit effects, and then hopefully have a Go Again to swing at you too, or maybe just take cards out of your hand because they killed your one guy. So there is a downside to Aether Ashwings. We're slowly discovering. Now, rules clarity will determine whether we're right on that or not, but that's the current theory.
Yeah. Next up, Phoenix Flame. So this is what we've been talking about. A player may add up to 3 Phoenix Flames to their deck in an Uprising limited format. If you control 2 or more Draconic Chain Links, Phoenix Flame has +1. Go Again. So if this isn't your first chain link, then it has +1.
Yeah.
So swinging for 1. 0.
Yeah, 0.
But this is the one you're going to be playing a bunch of times throughout the game. You're going to keep cycling this in and out of your hand.
But you can see what we were talking about by saying, where's the first swing, right?
Yeah.
Because this doesn't want to be the first swing.
No.
And most of the cards don't, but there's a few. So that one would make this a 2. The one you were talking about, the Majestic, we were
right.
all about. So that would be a 2.
Yeah, so if you did 2. Phoenix Flame after Spreading Flames.
Pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yep. And then the not so spicy token ninja weapon. I don't know how to feel about this. So this is the Draconic Ninja. Yeah, I know. But compared to the all my dragons have free attacks.
Yeah, well,
like
no. It's okay. Yeah, you're right.
Because it's once per turn action attack. It's 2 hands, so you got one of these. It's swinging for 3. If you control 2 or more Draconic Chain Links, Syrian Ember Blade gains go again. But then you're pitching 2 to swing for 3.
Yeah, you're pitching 2 to swing for 3 on Chain Link 2.
Right.
So it's not even a starter. I was assuming this would be a starter.
That's what I thought.
Attack and go again.
This was what got the ball rolling.
Lose, go again.
Yeah. Nope. Or like little Kodachi blades.
I'm 100% with you. That's what I expected. And if you think about this compared to, I don't know, Rosetta Thorn.
Right.
Which is also a token weapon.
Right. Yeah, sure. So what I had in my mind was like, if the last chain link was a Draconic action, gain go again, and it costs 0 and it swings for 1. Sure. And so you could either you could either swing for 0 for 1 with the weapon, that would be your whole turn. But if you do it in between, so like Draconic attack action, Flame Kodachi, Draconic action, Flame Kodachi, and then like in between the other attacks.
I have to say, I knew it was going to be a 2-handed, like full-on samurai katana sword. I knew it because I'm a nerd and I read the lore and just like nerded out on the pictures. You see the picture right here, right below?
Yeah, I see it. I see it.
Yeah, he's got 1 sword. He always does in all the pictures. He doesn't have 2. So I knew it was going to be a 2-handed like thing, but I thought at least it would start you off and not be as bad, because this is really bad. I mean, like again, Rosetta Thorn by comparison. Right. 2 and 2, right? 2 and 2 arcane. No, this is nothing close to that.
No.
This is painfully bad. Now the good news is that you're going to have multiple chains often, so it will still be an okay thing. It's just it forces you into a design space, or
it'll count as a draconic. It'll count as a draconic chain link though.
It's part of the chain. Yeah, it's part of your 4. It's part of your rupture, but it costs 2.
Right. Yeah.
How are you getting to 4 with reds?
You're not.
With this costing 2, you're not getting anywhere close to it.
No.
Yeah, I mean, unless there's a magical like ninja chess piece of you just get 3, resources every turn. Like it's not happening, right? So this sword is basically going to be like a club where it just doesn't get used that much.
Yeah. What if there was like down the road, when they're adding things to Flesh and Blood, they add like, so a hero has this much intellect, this much health, and this many resources per turn.
That's possible, but I'm not gonna wait for that, and it certainly doesn't help with limited.
No, yeah, that's fair.
Which is where the token weapon's gonna come into play the most.
True. Just a random thought. Next up, we got Rise Up. So this is a Dromai or Fey specialization. Rupture costs what?
That they have a multi-specialization.
Yes, that's cool.
Crazy.
Yeah, this is the first time we've seen that. So Rupture, if Rise Up is played as Chain Link 4 or higher, it has Dominate and plus X attack, where X is twice the number of Phoenix Flames you control.
So this is why Fey specialization Dromai, she cares about Phoenix Flames.
Right, because of Rise Up.
Because this can be a thing, yeah. This leads you to be like, wait, Dromai can swing?
Yeah.
Dromai's not just a dragon wielder?
No.
What?
Yeah. You don't, like, when you sit next to Dromai, you don't know what they're going to be coming at you.
You have no idea what's happening. Yeah, anyway, sorry.
Got Red Hot. Cost 2. Seems expensive. The other Dromai and Fey specialization. It's a Rupture. So you're paying 2 after a Rupture, after Chainlink 4, playing an all red deck. I mean, it can happen with all the zeros, but I think Mask of Momentum is going to be doing some work this set.
Yeah.
Rupture, which yeah.
That's rough. That's a rough one. That's
a
really hard one to get to go.
Yeah.
Especially in limited.
Yeah. If Red Hot is played as Chain Link 4 or higher, it has, when you attack with this, reveal the top X cards of your deck, where X is the number of Draconic Chain Links you control. Deal damage equal to the number of reds revealed this way to any target, then shuffle.
That's rough.
Yeah.
And it costs 2. So how do you even get to Chain Link 4?
You don't.
I mean, there's got to be ways. There's
not
ways.
In limited.
So, well, yeah, in limited it's going to be tough.
Could be. I think it'll be cool, though.
I want that in cold foil. I think that's going to look awesome. And it's a specialization, so you'll probably get it on an armory or something, right? We can hope. We can hope. It will come in rainbow foil.
At least rainbow foil.
I want cold foil.
Then there's Phoenix Form. And then, so if you control 1 or more Phoenix Flames, Phoenix Form has Go Again. If you control 2 or more, it has +2. If you control 3 or more, it has, when this hits a hero, draw 3 cards.
So this is the one.
And this costs 0 and swings for 3. So it'd be coming in for 5. And if it hits.
This is crazy. So, yeah, draw 3 cards and keep going. So this one gives you the ridiculously long chain.
Another Snapdragon Scalar's target.
Yeah. How do you get here, right? Because the Phoenix Flame is basically turn 2, right? Because it's a 0 attack unless it's turn 2.
Right.
So you have a starter, you have 3 Phoenix Flames, you have this, and then you have 3 more cards after this, all of which can rupture, theoretically, right? Because you're that far out.
Yep. But a lot of the Rupture cards don't have Go Again.
Oh, they don't?
No.
I didn't notice that. That's good to know. Okay.
Yeah. A lot of the Ruptures are like finishers.
That's so rough.
Yeah.
And actually, this...
But they're all Snapdragon Scalar targets, so I feel like it's really just race your opponent down low and then use Scalars to finish.
Yeah, this isn't Scalars, though, because this has Go Again if you've done any Phoenix.
No, I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good for Massive, though.
Right.
God. Wild. But this does assume that you're automatically, like, you're kind of minimum.
It's almost like a Swarming Gloomveil. With how many auras you've created this turn. It gets stronger.
Oh, it's the same. Yeah, it's the same. No, Revel and Runeblood. Isn't that the one? Or is it?
No, that's just.
Oh, no, you're right. Swarming.
Yeah. Swarming Gloomveil. Yeah. I think this is super powerful. Again, it's a Majestic. And it is Ninja. This one's Ninja.
Yeah. That's specifically Ninja, which is great.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you can get all 3 and then hold this in your arsenal till you can get 3. There's a lot of good arsenal cards in this set. Like, a lot of cards would be really strong being that 5th card.
Yeah. Which you can only get 3 if it's limited.
Right.
So far. Because we don't know how that's going to work.
So I think that's all the cards.
Nice.
Unless I missed something.
May have.
Anyway, we will. If we did, we will do a recap. Not go over every card individually, but give our thoughts and ideas of what we think of Uprising once all the cards have been released. Because I think we're close enough now that we'll just wait till that, unless we get itchy and want to talk about stuff. Because we're gonna want to talk about stuff. We also have things we want to talk about, like classic battles and why you shouldn't buy Footsteps right now.
Oh, but just if you're still listening, this is a hint for the loyal listener. Footsteps is insane. Like, the current value is 310. You need to know this. And this is for the rainbow foil, and it doesn't work with dragons. It explicitly says attack cards. Dragons are non-attack cards. They're allies. So you can't use it with that. So don't buy your freaking Footsteps, guys. Just don't do it.
But so all these draconic attacks, though.
But none of those have Phantasm.
True. Oh, yeah.
It only helps with Phantasm, which is the dragons with the ash under it.
Yeah, okay, you don't need Footsteps if you're playing Dromai.
Not at all. Yeah, unless there's something that says, like, put ash under attacks and make them free or something. Like, if there's something that puts her towards an attack archetype with the ash, then okay, then they are useful. But as of right now, they don't work with dragons dragons aren't attack cards. Doesn't work to negate Phantasm, so they are useless. I assume there's going to be some new dragon boots.
Oh yeah, I mean they make it.
Her dragon boot in the picture, right?
Right.
So I imagine there'll be a legendary boot for her.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't know. We'll see.
I'll be disappointed if there isn't.
But it was literally $200 like 3 days ago, and it was under $200 like 180 4 days ago, and it's now 320.
It'll be back. It'll come back down.
It's craziness. Just be careful.
In like 2-3 weeks, it'll come back down. I bet. We'll talk about it. We have a whole video planned about it. So until next time, we'll catch you guys later.
Have a good one.